Good morning, everyone. Today we are doing an energizing morning flow. My name is Honora, and this is Sunshine Studio. You're not going to need any props for this flow, so just grab your mat and let's begin in an easy pose, just with our legs crossed, sitting tall. Roll the shoulders back, close your eyes, and just begin breathing at your natural rhythm. We are going to practice a pranayama called skull shining breath. We practice this by breathing in deeply and slowly through the nostrils, and then exhaling forcefully and quickly, also through the nostrils, and then going straight back into our deep, slow inhale, and then exhaling with everything we have. It should make a loud sound with your nose, and we are aiming for a pace of 1 exhale per second. Let's go on and begin our skull shining breath with a deep inhale and then forcefully exhaling that. So just continue the cycle of deep inhale and then a quick exhale. All through the nose. Very good job. Keep it going. Pranayama is the combination of prana, our life force energy, and yama, our discipline. When we practice this, we are practicing bringing life force energy into our bodies and harnessing and controlling that. Go ahead and go back to your natural breathing rhythm for a few breaths before we go into our second set of our skull shining breath. We'll go ahead, take that deep inhale, and then forcefully exhale through those nostrils. Deep inhale through the nose, forceful exhale. Find your rhythm with this. Keep it going. If you find yourself feeling dizzy or completely out of breath, please take a break. There is no harm in listening to your body, only good. That's all we want, is to get in tune with our bodies. Skull shining breath is great for a number of reasons. It improves our circulation, it works out our abdominals, it's a passive warm-up, and it improves our energy. We're gonna go ahead and take a big stretch up, reach for the sky, release the hands. We're gonna slide our left arm towards the edge of our mat, reach over with the right arm, looking up past those fingertips. Come back to center, slide the right arm, reach over with the left, look up at those fingertips. We'll come back to center, and we are going to reach our left arm behind us, look over that left shoulder, twisting from our core, come back to center, then we'll reach over, go to the right side. Turn to face the front of your mat, and we are going to come into a plank. Take a deep breath here. We're going to go ahead and call in on our prana, on our strength. Come into your downward facing dog. Nice bend in the knees, it's very early. Just walk out your dog slowly, working those hamstrings. Flow into your plank pose. And we're going to go ahead and come into our chaturanga, so slowly lowering the belly towards the floor. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale into our downward facing dog. This is our vinyasa. Take a deep breath here. Walk out your dog. Surrender to this pose. Look up towards the front of your mat, and we are going to hop or step up to the front, halfway lengthen, exhale all the way, nice bend in the knees, and we are going to rise to standing and then fall back down in our waterfall pose. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, drop the hands down to the mat, step or hop back into your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. exhale into your downward facing dog. Walk it out. Lift that right leg up to the sky, and we're going to take some hip circles. So just drawing the knee in a big circle. We're going to step that right foot up to the front center of the mat, drop the back knee, just coming into a low lunge. You can sit up tall on the knee, or you can keep your hands on the floor. We'll straighten that front leg into our half split. Keep a nice bend in there, it's still very early. Draw the forehead down towards the shin. Back into that lunge. Push up with the back leg, step into your plank. We're going to come into our side plank on the left, so coming onto that left arm, extending that right arm up to the sky, stacking your legs over the other, or having both feet planted on the ground. Come back to your plank and come into your downward facing dog. Can walk it out a little bit or drop your hips and then back up to down dog. We're going to lift the left leg now and take our hip circles here. Just drawing that left knee around in big circles. And we'll go ahead and step that foot forward in between the hands. Drop the back knee. Come into your low lunge. We'll straighten that front leg, come into your half split, keep a nice bend, forehead towards the shin. And we'll shift our weight back to our lunge, lift the knee up, step back into chaturanga, hold it here, and come into your side plank on the other side. So we are on our right arm, left arm is reaching up to the sky, legs stacked or planted on the ground. We're going to come back to our plank, exhale, chaturanga dandasana, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out. We'll go ahead and drop down into our upward facing dog and widen the arms a little bit so you're in more of a cobra. Bring your belly down to the floor, lift up into your cobra, then back into a child's pose, and we're just going to flow between these. Come to your hands and knees. We're going to take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, arch the back. Exhale, we'll invert it so the spine is rounding out, being pulled up towards the sky. Just follow your breath here. Come to neutral, lift that left arm up to the sky, arm back down, neutral, lift the right arm up to the sky, put it back down. Lift into your toes into a plank, then your downward facing dog. Flow between these two. Come down into your upward facing dog. Deep breath here. Exhale to your child's pose. Go ahead and rise up to your thunderbolt pose, so just sitting on your shins. Go ahead and pull your right arm across your body, so hooking on your forearm with the left arm. Getting a nice deep stretch in the shoulder and arm and back. Release that arm. Swing your arms back and forth. And we'll go ahead and hook that left arm with our right forearm. We'll go ahead and release that. Take some shoulder circles. Switch directions. We'll go ahead and reach behind us, clasp the hands together, bring our forehead to the ground, get a nice stretch here. Go ahead and rise up back to your thunderbolt. We're going to reach up, grab that hand, pull it down towards our body, and we'll switch hands. You can just move those hands and shoulders around however feels best for you. Shake it out real good. And we're going to come back to our downward facing dog. Walk it out a little bit. We're going to go ahead and drop our knees, and we're just going to come into a seated position facing the long edge of our mat. Come into a wide-legged straddle. Sit tall, hinge from the hips, and come down towards the floor until you hit your edge. That doesn't have to be far. Just do whatever it takes to feel your best stretch this morning. Come back up to neutral. We're going to bring that right arm to the left knee, reach over and across with the left arm, looking up past the fingertips. Back to neutral, and we'll switch it up. So now the left is on the right knee, reaching up and over with the right arm, back to neutral. We're going to bring our legs together into our staff pose. Reach over, touch the toes. And we'll come back up and just cross our legs into our easy pose, our Sukhasana. Roll your shoulders up and back so we have a nice tall posture. And we are going to close our eyes and return to our skull shining breath. So we're going to inhale slowly, deeply. Exhale with all our force very quickly. Then back into that easy, slow inhale. Force it all out, exhale. Continue this breath. If you haven't yet, return to your normal breathing. I'm going to finish up this flow here in a meditation. If you prefer Shavasana, laying down on the ground, go for it. I just didn't want to fall back asleep. Feel free to stay here as long as you like, but if you'd like to close together, go ahead and bring your hands into prayer. Take a deep inhale, and we will exhale and bow to seal our practice today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this starts your day off on the right foot. If you enjoyed, please leave me a like. It really does help. And I always love hearing comments, feedback, criticisms in the comments. Subscribe for more classes, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you next time.